Okay, so the ball lock clutch, this guy here, which is this outer piece with the cross etching, when it's engaged, it makes contact against the transmission shaft, the two washers, and the inside edge of here. Now this gets worn down over time. The balls get worn down and the washers also get worn down. You can space some of the washers and different things. But when the shaft gets worn or this gets worn, what you can do is you can actually put oversized balls in the clutch to get it locking again. So factory balls are 6.28 millimeter. Currently on the little locking hub that's on this one, I have 6.29 because the shaft has some wear and there's wear in here. This is actually a good one. It's off another machine, so I have to put it back. But what it does is when it's in the disengaged position, you can see the balls ride in the wider part, and they're not making contact with the shaft and the top really. They're just kind of free floating. So what it engages, this little taper here, this guy, forces the balls in between this shoulder and the shaft. The end play back and forth between the two thrust washers is done by adjusting the clutch. This guy here. I'm going to adjust your plate and your clutch position. So what you should feel, this is just in here, I'm just holding it by hand, but it's got the balls in it. But when you're neutral, if you keep your hand here pressure just so you don't lose the balls, and you shift this forward, it'll slide and then you'll feel a little click, detent. That's the balls locking between here and here. So the balls that were in there, I bought replacement factory bearings, but the shaft and the collar were too worn and they just weren't making good connections. So like I said, you can get these in increments of like one bigger each time. The one thing is though, eventually you're going to be so thin it's probably just going to crack. But the next size up is a 6.30 millimeter, but those are actually more expensive than the 6.35 because they're an odd size.
Supply and demand.
Pretty much. But these were like $4. The other bearings were like $20. So that's basically, you should feel it have pressure and then it'll click in. And that's how you know it's engaging.